So you're watching this video because you want to start investing in the stock market and you want to become a millionaire. Well, I cannot guarantee you that you will become a millionaire, but what I can show you is how to start investing in the stock market and just share with you my personal experience with trading stocks. Now, before we get started, please note that I'm not a financial advisor. I don't have a financial degree. I am only sharing with you what I have learned from my years of trading stocks. Right, so let's start with the most popular question. How much do I need to get started? As a beginner, I would highly recommend anything between $1 to $100 because you are only learning. Don't put more than $100. Just stick to 100 for at least a couple months, then put more if you want to. Also, by using small amounts, you will get into the emotional roller coaster that the stock market gives you. Also, before you seriously start investing, I highly recommend getting an emergency fund. What is an emergency fund? Right, I'm just going to quickly explain what is an emergency fund. Emergency fund, and my simple explanation is just in case things go wrong, right? So let's say that you make 3,000, right? It doesn't really matter how much. The whole purpose of this is, let's say that your expenses are 1,500 per month, right? Doesn't matter. Egyptian pounds, GBP, USD, Switzerland franc, it doesn't matter. It's just multiply your bills, okay? So like I said, multiply your bills by 6 months. That's how much you need, right? So let's say, like I said, it's 1,500. Multiply this amount by 6 or 12 months. And that's how much you need to store in your bank account just in case, for example, you lose your job, you go to a hospital, just in, like I said, it's an emergency. You lose your job, I can't pay my bills. The last thing you want to do is sell your stocks. I'm telling you this from my personal experience. The last thing you want to do is sell your stocks. I would have made much more money if I just delayed my investing and I just held this amount in my bank account. Seriously, right? Okay, now, why do you not want to sell your stocks just in case things go bad? Well, let me explain. Right, let's say that the stock market is basically going something like this, right? Let's obviously goes up this, like that, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't really matter, right? Let's say that your buy price or your entry price is, like, let's say it's relatively low, like here, right? This is a low price, right? Let's say that you urgently need money. If you were smart and you had an emergency fund, you don't need to sell anything, okay? So which means you can continue to grow. And obviously if the stock goes up, which usually it does, you hold it for a long period of time, then you just made like 3 times more money, or even more, obviously dependent on how the stock is growing. And you just made more money, maybe millions, thousands, hundreds of thousands at the end if you just kept it and invested. But let's say that, okay, I need money. If I don't have an emergency fund, I am going to sell at any price. This may be up, this may be down, right? It doesn't matter because I need to urgently sell to get money, right? And obviously if the stock market crashes, let's say it crashes by 30%, you just lost 30% of your money, of your initial investment, because you did not have a basically emergency fund, right? So that's why I keep saying, make an emergency fund before you even make an account. It's so simple, but people fail to do that. I actually have failed at myself because I never knew that emergency fund is extremely important. Now, obviously, I have a very big emergency fund, and this is what you should also do. Just build an emergency fund and then start investing. It is simple as that. I hope I explained this properly. If you have any questions, just comment them below. Sorry, I'm not a good painter. I'm a pro. Another tip that I have for you is to put your emergency fund in a HISA account, high interest savings account, which just pays you a little bit of money every month for your savings. So, however, before you deposit anything, make sure that you can access your money freely. Some accounts may restrict your access to withdraw any money up to 180 days. The way to bypass this is just to use multiple bank accounts and deposit into multiple bank accounts so you don't get locked out at any time. Okay, so now that we know everything, let's actually get into stock trading. How do you trade stocks? First of all, you need to find a broker. Broker is basically your platform that you're going to be trading on. It is completely up to you which platform that you're going to use. However, if you're unsure which one to choose, just do some research or just take the most common recommendations like Trading 212, Robinhood, or Interactive Brokers. Just before you register an account, make sure that you research what what are the fees for the current platform. I've had an unfortunate experience of paying 30% fees. Right, so I am logged in into my trading account. Now, as you can see, there is a bunch of stocks. Don't touch anything. Let me just explain what you need to do. Also, you're probably not in the correct account. Go to the hamburger menu and you should get different options for your account. So let me just break what all of these options are. Invest. Invest is basically where you invest your money. However, don't touch this account, especially when you're starting out, because any money that you make on this account, you may have to pay taxes. Don't touch this account. CFD. CFD, I'm not really going to explain, but it's basically day trading and it's not really useful for you, especially as a beginner. I don't recommend touching this account at all. Stocks ISA. Stocks ISA is where basically you want to start investing. Stocks ISA is basically tax-free to a certain amount. The Stocks ISA account is your tax-free investment account, and up to £20,000, this is only for UK, I'm not exactly sure for America, you'll have to look it up. However, for my American friends, what you're looking for is the Roth IRA. Cash ISA is basically just a high interest savings account, which if you have any spare money or your emergency fund, this is where you might want to put it in. Also, Trading 212 is extremely good for allowing you to control your money in that account, as once I withdraw my money and in about 5 minutes, it was already on my bank account. So if you really need urgently money, Cash ISA is probably your go-to to deposit any spare money that you may have. SIPP, I'm not really going to talk about this, but this is basically your pension. It's not the part of this video or the topic of this video, so we're just going to skip. So again, just in case you got confused, you only have 3 options that you should be interested in. Invest, Stocks ISA or Roth IRA for my American friends again, and Cash ISA. These are only the 3 options that you're interested in. Do not touch anything else. Okay, so once you are ready to invest, you might ask me, how do I buy something? Well, first of all, we obviously need to deposit some money. So if you go to your account settings, or if you go to the hamburger option, and down the bottom, there should be an option deposit funds. Obviously, depending on your trading website, the trading platforms usually put these buttons like deposit funds somewhere very, very visible because yeah, they want you to deposit money. Okay, so go back to the home page. I don't recommend touching anything, just listen to me for a second. Let's say that your favorite company is Coca-Cola. So if you just search for Coca-Cola, as you can see, it shows you the stock performance. Now, let me just tell you something. The previous performance, so let's say that in the last year, it has grew by 11%. That is not the guarantee that the stock will keep performing like this. It is basically, I would say, random, and it is not dependent on the previous performance, right? Because a lot of factors can happen because you think something can happen, not necessarily may happen, okay? Now, let me just show you, for example, how Coca-Cola was performing in the last years. Okay, so this is the last performance of Coca-Cola. As of 2026, it has grew by 14%. That is actually very good. 2025, 11%, 2024, 5% only, so that's obviously 50% decrease from the previous year. And then 2023, it has went down by 7%. So as you can see, the growth fluctuates. It doesn't stay the same. This is important, and this is why technically it's very risky, as I'll show you Duolingo in a second, which is completely crazy. So as you can see, like I said, because the previous year or the previous years have basically shown a certain growth, doesn't mean that the next years or the next growth will be the same. As you can see, in 2007, it has grew by nearly 30%. That is amazing, okay? Now, let me just show you Duolingo. As you can see, right, this is how it grew. It grew slowly. Then it has skyrocketed to 23 billion. And as you can see, as of 2026, it is a dead stock, right? 2022, minus 30%. 2023 skyrocketed. 2024, 53%. And then 2025 into 2026, it basically collapsed, right? Minus 42% and minus 40%. Technically, Duolingo, as of my opinion, it might never recover. I'm not exactly sure. Unfortunate event, right? So this is basically how stock investment can get risky. However, no risk, no reward, high risk, high reward, right? As they say. Okay, now just to show you how to buy stocks or how the process looks like, I'll just show you. It's literally a click of a button and you have a stock. So I want to buy Nvidia. But as you can see, there is a bunch of Nvidia stocks, right? There's like leverage shares, 3 times Nvidia. There is Nvidia XCTR, Nvidia CFD. Do not buy any of these. Let me just explain what you need to do. As you can see, it says Nvidia. That's the stock tracker or like the code for Nvidia, NVIDIA. And it says NASDAQ. NASDAQ is the American Stock Exchange, okay? Basically, the stock market opens at different times, which means the stock market basically they trade at certain times. There is also the Nvidia XETR. XETR is the European German exchange, right? So basically it's based in Germany, but it's basically the whole Europe, right? That's the German exchange or the European exchange, okay? There is also, for example, if I type in Grab, as you can see, there is another exchange. Grab is the same stock, but it says GetEx. Now, the GetEx stock exchange, it's actually also in Germany, but it's the same stock. It is the same stock, but as you can see, it is a different currency, right? It is the same, as like I said, it is the same stock. Just before you buy it, make sure that you look what you're actually buying, right? This is a CFD, don't touch that. Okay, let's go back to Nvidia. Nvidia, NASDAQ, okay, something I want to buy. I want to buy the American exchange. Let's press buy. Now, I don't have a lot. I only have like £12. So I'm just going to use all of my money. So there we go. I've got £12.22. As you can see, I'm only getting less than 0.1 of my shares. Why? Basically, the stock price is 215, which means to get one share, one full share, I would have to spend that much money. I would have to put $212, $215 to get one full share, right? If I was to put 107, I would only get half a share, right? So you should understand this, that obviously, depending on how much shares you have, that is how much money you're gonna have to put. Also, it doesn't really affect how much money you're going to make because it all goes in percentages. So if you buy the Nvidia stock for $100 and the stock goes up by 50%, that means you make $50, right? It is obviously in percentages and depending on how much money you have in the stock market, right? That also, like I said, it all goes up in percentages, so don't worry if you don't have full shares. I'm just going to buy right now, so I can only buy for £12, so I'm just going to buy right now. And as you can see, there's only 0.2 forex fee. And I'm not really paying anything, so just send buy order. And as you can see, I am now a proud owner of Nvidia. I actually got a notification on my phone, right? And basically, if you want to check investment, all you have to do is you just have to come here to this little pie, and this shows you. Now, as you can see, actually, if I can zoom in, can I zoom in somehow? I should be able to. There we go. As you can see, my buy price is 216, which means if the stock goes above 216, I make money. If it goes down, like as you can see currently, I'm actually losing nearly 0.5%. Well, it's 0.3 now. As you can see, it's obviously jumping up and down throughout the day. Now, just a quick sort of calming advice for you. Don't just go and look at the stocks all day. It is a very... Don't do it. There's no point. Like, you looking at the stocks all day doesn't really change anything. Just look at it. Like, I don't really look at my stocks. I usually just look at the stock market once every month, and I really don't care. It's just what it is. Now, just a reminder, remember that as long as you don't sell the stock, you haven't gained any money and you haven't lost any money. So yeah, that'll be it for this video. If you have any questions, please comment down below. And yeah, thank you for watching and peace.